So we're
Ugh.
good. So we're gonna cons as
We're,
usual.
we got more cons. We're gonna run this voyage into the ground
Yes, and then back out of the ground.
and then into space in the form of a whale.
Yes, space whales. Anyway, yeah. Everything broke on Magic Online a little earlier, but now it's not broken. Every single bug that's ever happened on Magic Online is fixed now.
Really,
It's a perfect machine.
it's a perfect machine. You say?
It's no.
I see three needed.
Mm,
Or we could do a 16-player sealed. Only 14 more people needed.
damn.
Dan the man Wabe.
Wabe.
Dan the man Wabe.
Okay. Sure. I
Okay,
accept.
what do we open?
I'm
Okay,
fucking down.
let's pick Arc Lightning. Or yeah, we'll just
I'm all up in this one.
yeah, okay. What else is there's
Because
actually
arc lightning
a
is the other choice.
there's a fair amount of things that could come back that would be cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
Like
High Sentinels is the rare we had last time, and it showed how much of a buster it was then, and it's going to be just as much of a buster this time.
yeah, well, yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
really
yeah.
let's just pick it and be really sad that um Pat the Mystery is going to be in the very next pack.
We can't do it if that.
We can't we can't do it at all. But
There's
let's
also
pick
no way you would convince me to pick Secret Plans over Arc Lightning. That's actually not possible.
you could maybe convince me that, but you couldn't convince me to pick it over High Sentinel
Sentinels? Yeah.
Erishin.
High Sentinels. This thing's kind of nuts. Crater's Claw? No, no Crater's Claws. Okay.
Ooh, we do have a really good uncommon though.
Yeah, we have air. We have.
Nothing under the cut. We have a coral merfolk down there.
That would put us basically in Abzan, right? Then.
It would tenuously more into the Abzan would be the Kintry invocation, but I don't think we're going that hard in.
No, also, I actually think that air is a better card.
It is.
And
It's
if
a
I wanted
different.
to, like, be a giant. If I wanted to, like, stick on.
Yeah, if you stuck on the plan, Mardu Horde Chief is like real is just fine.
I won't say words about that card.
Okay, you won't. Okay, good. I like Mardu Horde Chief. I like Heir of the Wild. I like Sultai Soothsayer. I like. I'll leave. We can, okay. If we could, we'll pick the card. We'll play it,
Look,
and we'll make people discard cards with freaking Skull Hunter, and I still won't like it.
I know.
Uh, now we have Mardu Horde Chief as an actual pick because I like
Yeah.
Roar of the Challenge, but not that much.
Yeah, Roar of the Challenge. I mean, Roar of the Challenge specifically on this card is extremely strong, too.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can kill like three creatures that way.
Can we table this?
No, we
Please,
won't. But I would
please?
like to.
I want it.
Blossoming Sands. That doesn't make any sense at all.
It's the sand.
Yeah, the sand is growing on those. That's those bush. Those are sand bushes. They are bushes made of sand.
Yeah, this is the sand flowers open up and sand flies out of them,
That's stupid.
and that's dumb.
Yeah, I would like to get the trick or maybe throttle back. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna pick the Horde Chief because white is the definite color. So.
Yeah, and that card's really good. Yo, we're in white green. Look at that sick combo with High Sentinels right
Oh my
there.
god. All right, so here's the curve: 2, 3, 4, 5. Crush.
Crushing. Can we just win with those cards? Like,
I
just have
basically think no, like I could cast no other 4 cards but that curve, and I would be completely fine winning the game.
what else could come? There's not going to be nothing in this pack for
No,
us.
Alabaster Kieran's the only card I want back. Shambling Attendant actually might make the wheel.
He's okay. He's like the weakest delve card, but he's okay.
Right. He actually has the body, He's got the
Yeah,
3/5.
he's a large dogs. He's dogs with a death touch.
Like, I've been stopped cold by him before.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes. Let's just
yeah.
yeah.
I'm looking here, and like I think it's just like look at this, like these two colors. So I guess
So
for
black
those
is where we want to be for our third.
yeah, for those unfamiliar, we've been mentioning that you kind of want to be in an enemy color combination like black white here, because black white would have Nomad Outpost, black white red, or black white green in Abzan to go with. But in an allied colored combination such as green white, we only have one ally that's possible in a shard, and that's black.
Yeah. So that's where the most likely gold cards we're going to get are from, and it's also most likely where the creatures with activations of other costs are going to be, like
Yes.
the Archer's Parapet and Mardu Hateblade.
So I'm looking at Einok Bondkin, and I'm also looking at Become Immense. I find that a difficult choice to make.
Einok Bondkin is more on plan. I think having creatures is better than having the trick, although Become Immense is
It's the trick.
it's the trick. It's the
Um,
granddaddy of all giant growths.
I see you in the chat. You're in the chat. I can.
Yeah. I see a burned head and a Berlin Walrus and a the Repster and a President
and
Arc and a
Funk.
Funkemosmus. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the big thing is, like, we already have two busters. We would probably rather have just like the very good creatures and
Things what to target incremental growth with.
yes. Another teamer charm, which is honestly ridiculous for whoever's going to be on the teamer plan.
We'll just pick the land.
Yeah, I value the it's the land versus like Bitter Revelation and War Behemoth, and I value the land the fixing more because I know black is basically where we want to be.
It's where we want to be. Let's hope we can go there. Also, you mentioned two cards that I would not have picked over another card, but I know how we do.
I don't actually think that you wouldn't pick Bitter Revelation over it.
I would pick Rite of the Servant over Bitter Revelation, yes.
Huh.
Because I would rather have... then black, there's not a lot of other card draw. True enough.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Alpine Grizzly, we have Smite the Monstrous, and we have Unyielding Krumar.
I like the creature. Smite the Monstrous is removal, but it's sort of bad removal.
I want you to think back to the previous pack. Just go back in time 30 seconds to the card you would have picked.
Yeah, the bad removal over over two non-creature cards. Yeah.
I think Smite the Monstrous is actually fine removal in this format.
It probably is. I was also thinking about the Krumar just to sort of get a foot in black. Oh my god, it's here.
Nobody wants to be on the secret plan.
Nobody wants to be on the secret plan. It can't be us.
Yeah.
That'll be another day. That deck will also have Quiet Contemplation in it.
Mm-hmm.
These stupid enchantments that don't do anything, and yet they're cheap enchantments.
They're good with, like, Defiant Strike, which is a card I've grown to really like in this format.
Yeah, that deck wants, like... Well, it's here. The deck that wants, like... the Quiet Contemplation Goblin Slide deck wants, like, a whole bunch of Defiant Strikes and Crippling Chill.
Crippling Chill is really good in there, too, yeah.
Those two cards in particular. White, black, green is Abzan.
We don't have anybody that references it. We've got... This guy is, like, basically an Abzan. Actually, it's got the little...
It's got the Abzan watermark on it.
Actually, yeah.
There's a way to draw cards, I guess. I don't like it, though. The cards...
I don't like that card.
Nobody else does either.
Well, like every single time I've seen it in limited, I think, okay, that's like a bad 23rd, and it's not actually a bad 23rd. It's like an awful, like unplayable 23rd. Like every card, it's
It's
it's the
if
spell
you're
snip.
it's this well, even if when it was like in Theros, like we can't do that, but we can do Sultai Flare though.
Yeah, like this isn't pickable. Also, I think the card's like $7. I'm gonna go with $7.
I can like immediately check if you want to if you value that over Sultai Flare.
Probably not, to be
It's
honest.
probably not 7 ticks. $7 I'll buy. Seven
Maybe.
ticks.
Well, the thing is, it's like a combo deck in multiple formats. Also, by the way, this card is like
Yeah.
freaking unbeatable as hell in limited.
It's 1.4 ticks.
Oh, well, I really expected that to be more after, like, Ascendancy actually... Oh, I guess the standard Ascendancy deck didn't do too well. Here's a real question. Is the Sultai Flare better than the Tuskguard Captain? I think
Tuskguard.
so. But this is
Actually,
tough.
with like incremental growth and like high sentinels of Erishin,
Oh,
I
Sultai
don't
Flare
know.
is also really good with high Sentinels because it's like, okay, I make my Mardu Horde Chief a 4 toughness guy, and all of a sudden, that, like, my entire... Oh, I
It,
guess
it
maybe that was all smoke. Honestly, Just Guy
I
Ascendancy scares me more than anything else, as far as, like, I'm going to play against this card.
somebody didn't want the Lich Lord.
I can agree with that. I just stuck on the Watcher, but I don't know if that's real, because the Keru Bloodsucker might also be
Uh,
realistic here.
Kara Bloodsucker would be a fine time to get into black. Watcher of the Roost is just like a evasive good creature. I've also cackle at the fact that you like Watcher of the Roost a lot, but are not that big of a fan of Jeskai Wind Scout.
It well, to me, Watcher of the Roost has two things on it. One, it can hide as a morph that has value. Two, gains two.
You can cast it with you can cast it without
Here's my biggest
color.
problem: Jeskai Wind Scout basically trades with Watcher of the Roost every time.
Yeah, they do, but
Like, the one toughness is such a liability, even with prowess. Like, every flyer still not beats you, but trades with you.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna try this out because this also goes very well with our, like, get huge plan. You know?
It's also a sack outlet, it's a really good sack outlet. Speaking of things that died of removal,
Yeah. That thing dies to removal, but as we saw, it has value when we have ways to hand off the counters quickly.
that is very true. Also, we have our we're starting to get a tribal going with like the Bondkin along with that.
Oh, no, they're all three color combinations are shards or clans.
Yeah, or they stopped calling them wedges because they realized that's stupid.
Yeah, these are shards. I will refer to these as shards a lot too.
Yeah, because shards was like a cool format with lots of stuff.
Yeah, I'll also refer back to that format a lot. I have a bit of, like, experience playing it. Anyway, yeah, but this thing, like, I don't like the 2 toughness starting. That's really harsh, but
Yeah.
can get very, very good, especially when we have this many breakers.
Lifelink is very good. There's a card that does nothing. A second secret plans. And what else? There's an Alpine Grizzly.
Grizzly.
There's a Swiftwing. That guy starts to look better when you can put like counters on him. There's also a Dragon Scale Boon and a Bitter Revelation.
Yeah, the Dragon Scale Boon is more of like a weird trick when we have Abzan Battle Priest and Einok Bondkin, but it's 4.
It's 4 for 2 counters. That's like a. It's better than that card would have been in other formats where that would have just been +2/+2.
Well, that also would have cost 2 frickin' mana.
Untap it too.
Yes, that's called Savage Surge. It's a card from
Yeah,
Theros.
Savage Surge. It is a card from Theros. I was gonna give older formats. It's either that or the Grizzle.
I don't value the Swiftwing enough here. I'm gonna pick the Grizzly Bear. It probably, honestly, doesn't even make the cut at the end of the day, but
And there's your chance at the Swiftwing if you wanted it now. Or there's like,
I'm just doing quick looks at Warrior subtype.
We have
We have
okay. That's
we have
soldier.
some.
We have
We,
some warriors. We might get some more.
I'm gonna
There's
pick.
a lot of.
I'm gonna pick this up because it gives me a bit of a more of a plan. Like maybe I take.
It makes me want like Abzan Guide. That guy's a warrior.
Hmm.
Also, Jeskai Ascendancy is a $5 card now, or
Okay.
like a three, or like a $4 card actually.
Okay, I figured it was where it had value. Yeah, I could pick up the treasure cruise.
We'll splash it off of Rattleclaw Mystical Open in Pack 3.
Yeah. One thing to note here, and it's pretty important. I need to shooting mandrills, huh?
That sounds excellent to me.
Yeah, I'm all over that. I was gonna say I just want to note my curve right now. Like none of these are morphs, and that's unusual at this point.
Yeah,
Like
that is.
usually we can do this with like cards. We're like, okay, this is our actual curve, but this is fake.
Yeah, we want. I don't think we want any more fours,
No, I
and
really don't.
maybe an actual piece of top end.
Yeah, I could use a second buster or a third buster. I guess. Like I like to have multiple busters.
Yeah, so you can actually draw them.
Right. Especially when we don't have a treasure cruise to go on. Like, we're going to be drawing one card a turn slowly.
Yeah, the only way for us to have drawn more would be like if we open Specs, we have those dutiful returns that we're not going to play. We have an Abzan banner versus a Horde Chief.
I like the Horde Chief.
I do too. I don't
Like,
think we can actually make Jeskai student work.
I think we could, like, it would still be a fine pick. But
Yeah.
the Horde Chief, especially if I've already got, like, the Raider spoils.
1/1 white warrior creature token onto the battlefield.
Mm-hmm. That's a curve. If I go turn 2, like, one of my 2 warriors, and then that, and then, okay. You know.
Not the Bondkin though, sadly. That guy's a soldier.
Nope.
Can a dog be a warrior?
Hmm.
Because the yeah, I think it's a warrior.
Yeah, also, it's also a morph.
It's a morph. It flips for 4.
Mm-hmm. Correct, Berlin Walrus. You'll also notice cancel making the rounds very often.
Yep. I can think of a set without naturalize.
There are some, like, usually if that happens, it's because there's a reason that, like, either it's less or more valuable to have.
Yeah. Like or so it's the same reason that Shatter was not in any of the Mirrodin type deals. Yep. Another Jeskai charm.
No, this is the first one. This is this
Oh,
is a tabling Jeskai charm. I'd like that
yes.
to just stick out.
This Ascendancy didn't though, which means there's only one guy in Jeskai.
Dedicated
He's
Jeskai.
probably getting both.
Yeah. Honestly, well, somebody might just hate this thing, because, like, honestly, the +1/+1 lifelink mode is the one that scares me the most in Limited, but all the others are also very good.
Yeah, I actually like the Griptide one the most. Hey, I like that guy a lot.
Yeah. Well, in Limited, like, you know, +1/+1 lifelink can turn, like, a turn where your opponent thinks they're killing you into a turn where you go to 15.
Yeah. Yeah, beat them in combat and then kill them in
Yeah.
return.
Or overrun.
But yeah, Kendry Warden we've seen do a lot of work on the other side of the table. He's done a little bit of work for us cheating.
Yep, he has done some fraud. He's on the squad for fraud. Alright, Marty Banner on the sideboard.
Pick the erase. Oh, okay.
We'll pick the useless rare. Alright, so what I would like is, again, a little more early stuff. The black is almost non-existent here still.
Yeah, so maybe some murderous cut. Let's open that.
You know, have I even seen that yet?
We've seen people play it. We've never seen it in draft.
Yeah. There's an unyielding crewmar and a Valley Dasher below the cut. Above the cut, we have, like, Rakshasha Vizier is not good.
Now, there's a very terrible yard hate thing with very extremely excellent art.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's Longshot Squad is a 4.
That's the thing. I'm looking at Longshot Squad and I'm like, that's a 4. Like, that's a freaking 4. Like, there's 6 here, and like a lot of them are still playable. Longshot Squad is also just fine, but how many just fine creatures at 4 do I need? Does that make it Defiant Strike? Because Unyielding Krumar is actually worse than the Longshot Squad in our deck.
Well, not if we are playing the Raider spoils.
I think the reach from the Longshot Squad's ability with all of the +1/+1 counters makes it a little better.
If we did play Longshot Squad, I mean, we'd be taking like Salt Road out or something.
Yeah, and maybe that's fine.
Either that or Defiant Strike as a trick. It's a lot worse in our deck than it is in others.
It's still playable. I don't want to pick it up. First pick? Flying Green technique.
Despise.
Hey, so how do you like 4s again?
Or there's a Sultai Scavenger there, or a land.
Mm-hmm. So whoever's Jeskai is just going to own us, right? Like,
maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, with that flying crane technique, yeah.
Is Death Touch good enough? Says the guy who has first strike on Einok Bonkin.
I don't know. I'm thinking... I don't actually know about Sultai Scavenger. I like the card a lot. I just don't know if it's going to be a 4 a lot of the times is what I'm thinking. What I really want now with our deck, what it's looking like is like Archer's Parapet. I just pick the land.
Yeah, I can't take another 4. Like, I can't.
I don't think we can either.
Okay, so here's a card I can take, and here's another card I can take. Both of them are good removal spells that do kind of opposing things. And there's also Feat of Resistance, which is also... Look at this! The guy who has the freaking Jeskai deck is gonna kick our ass!
Probably, with that Mantis.
Or Deflecting Palm.
So here is a question. Abzan Charm or Debilitating Injury? I don't think the Abzan Charm is going to be that much more difficult to cast in our deck than the Debilitating Injury.
Agreed, because black is kind of our splash color. Like, if black's the color, we'd be off for Abzan Charm anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And I think Abzan Charm is more powerful. I
think it is.
It's already a better Smite the Monstrous, and would let me like remove that, as well as having 2 other freaking modes like.
It's also it's another cop. Wait, it's better than Smite the Monstrous, a kind of incremental growth, and then like is a Sign in Blood, so we can actually draw cards.
Yes,
that's good at all speeds.
I'll take every single one of those modes. Thank you.
Hey, another Assault Zeppelin.
So I think it's going to be Abzan Guide here.
Yeah, that's a card I was looking for.
This is a warrior, by the way.
Yeah, that's a warrior. It's going to gain us life. It's a giraffe rider.
It is a giraffe rider. How do you feel about the fact that the giraffe is off screen?
I kind of like it, even though it ain't the lady that's making that a 4/4. Let's be honest here. It's the giraffe.
Also, like, there's look at this has every happenstance in the universe. We've got like a comet going by. There's also an eclipse going on right here.
Yeah, or like a sliver moon, and then there's like rainbow colors.
Well, like
it's a gold card with like gold in the in frame, and then the gold as the frame. It's nice art. I like it. It's got a giraffe on it.
It does have a giraffe on it. Archer's Parapet.
That's a card I was looking for. And then there's Sagu Archer.
So we're picking an Archer in some manner. And I actually do agree. I think the Archer's Parapet is more our speed. Because our speed is we need early game.
Yeah, our speed is sort of... We're the Abzan deck. We want to stall until our guys just beat your guys.
Yeah. Rush of Battle would also be fine because that's an overrun, but I don't feel like we need a secondary overrun. I don't know.
And yeah, I don't think so either. And we're going to be gaining life anyway.
Yeah, there's one dude playing Jeskai, and even in this pack, there's Singing Bellstrike, Leaping Master, Bloodfire Expert. And the Bloodfire Expert's probably insane for him because he's got like Jeskai Ascendancy, so he attacks and has Jeskai Ascendancy, and then like.
Imagine this format with like Distortion Strike in it.
Yo. no, screw that.
There's a bear. There's a kill shot.
I actually kind of want to take the kill shot because then I could actually take Smite the Monstrous out of the deck.
Okay. Or maybe have both if we're hungry for removal.
Right, if we're hungry.
And,
Well, if we run into something where we need to do that, like, oh yeah, here we go.
and Smoke Teller is just a bear.
Literally,
Even though
a
he's
bear.
he's usually just a bear, let's be honest.
True.
Does he only have one arm?
No, his other is like beckoning you right here.
It looks like he's just got one arm.
Smoke Teller wouldn't be awful.
He might come back. His pack's got a lot. No, Feed the Clan is coming back.
Yeah. Country Warden makes another appearance.
I like that guy a lot.
Kumar, he makes an appearance.
Do we want a second Country Warden?
It's a warrior.
It's a warrior and it's a gray ogre and it's a Larry.
It isn't quite Larry.
It's not quite
Like
Dredge
this ain't
Skeletons
Larry.
either.
Larry
It's
definitely
not
didn't have a
Larry.
beard or like a blade like that.
Also, he wasn't like tall.
Yeah.
And like an actual tallness, not chunkiness tallness.
Yeah.
He's not quite a Dredge Skeleton either. They don't like printing Dredge Skeletons,
He's
do
basically
they?
a no, not a Dredge Skeleton. He hangs tie. I like that he hangs ties on trees.
Yeah.
Okay, so the third, the third
Okay.
Country Warden.
It's the third Country Warden, or we can pick up first Defiant Strike.
I'm completely fine giving us a trick,
Yeah, trick.
a way to get around the game.
A second trick. Counting Abzan Charm as a trick.
Yeah, Absent Charm does count as a trick too.
The charms do things. Yeah, we're not picking the Krumar. We have too many 4-drops.
Yeah, like also honestly, look at our black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Our black is a splash.
You like isn't it like the plan, like the 2-color third splash?
Yeah.
I really do not like Scout the Borders, but I also really do not like ACDC's Pets.
I know. Like, I think I said this before. AC/DC's Pet looks like a card that had Death Touch for like 2/3 of the time through Dev, and then
Yeah.
like at some point they realized morphs can't like they gain their morph rule of like you can't pay 2 mana and beat another morph. So it's like they're like, oh no, we can't have it be Death Touch anymore.
He was like either a Death Toucher or like a Pillar Field Ox. Do we just want a Yavi Maya Worm type thing?
We don't, but it's better than every other card possible for us. It's better than
Either that or
Mastodon.
Rotting Mastodon.
I love birds.
Scale birds, yeah.
Birds. This has scale like what? Like caribou.
Little or goat things, some kind of creature. Let's steal that deflecting
What in
palm.
the hell?
Yeah, that should not be.
That's a first pick.
Have they not played with like Shining Shoal or whatever it's called?
I want to. I guess now that we have it, I want to pick the Abzan banner. Like I really do.
Oh well. Oh yeah, pick the Abzan banner. We need it.
But I want the palm.
Well, then pick the palm. Then we don't need the banner.
Yeah.
We have 4 lands.
We're fine. The thing with the palm is that sure whatever. Like this is a 2 mana. It's a very powerful trick on 2. Like I realize it's kind of Boros Fury Shield, like which was a 3 mana card that did that at common, but that card Boros Fury Shield was an insane card too.
Yeah, that's why it's not at common anymore.
Yeah, basically, like maybe it's not a first pick, especially with the cards that were with it in the pack. Like maybe I'd probably pick the Mantis over it just for Guy.
Yeah, the Assault Zeppelin.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the Smite the Monstrous out, and I'm gonna take the Colossedon out. And
So you have one more cut.
no.
Wait, 27 minus 4, 23. Okay, I miscounted by 1.
I have a deck.
This is all right. I like this.
This
I
deck
kind of wish.
finished itself. I could like Smite the Monstrous could be in over Salt Road Patrol maybe.
I kind of like Salt Road though, as like a stop.
It's true. It is a good, just, hey, screw off, especially when we're going to hand it lifelink.
Put all of our warriors in a pile.
Oh, let's do that. So we got Cool Warrior, Cool Warrior, Cool Warrior, Cool Warrior.
Vampire. Is he the only vampire in the set?
Soren.
Yeah, Sword makes vampires. So 8 warriors. Is 8 warriors enough to make you run Orcish or a Flame? We have 10 non-warrior creatures.
Oh, even like on the non-warrior creatures, you know how happy I am to have Archer's freaking Parapet have the damn point of power? Honestly.
Okay, that's the question I was asking. Is that enough to make you run it? I think it is. I think a little less than half of our creatures.
Yeah. I'm sitting here
having the
looking at
draw.
like I'm sitting here looking at if like Alpine Grizzly or something is worth cutting for Smite the Monstrous. That's the only real thought I'm thinking here.
I think if you cut a creature, it'd probably be Salt Road. Probably.
Because we
I
have
like
enough, we have enough defensively minded creatures.
Yeah. I think
I'll try
I'm just
that.
thinking like Curve is what was thinking of with Alpine Grizzly. I don't really like the card a lot, but it is a he can win the game on his own.
I
if
actually
left-
like him for one reason.
Oh right, he curves really well with Air of
He
the
is
Wild.
he like that specific curve is bullshit. Yes, I was. I was flipping around and my mic was making noises.
Jens likes to do things with his hands while
I'm actually
doing
shuffling
anything.
a pile of cards right now.
If you ever hear a jingling, it's because he probably has keys in his pocket or change.
Yeah, it's. Look, I just have a pile of cards. It's a dead EDH deck that I got rid of, and I just have it sitting here to shuffle.
I could do that. Let me see. I have a bunch of cards I was supposed to sell. I looked through a lot of cards to sell, and I of course have thousands of cards, and almost none of them are worth anything.
Yeah. Anyway, a more. One other thing we need to do is set up the WoW. Even in colors.
Even on green and on white, 3, 4, 5 black cards. One of them is early. I don't really like that, but I like how almost all of our fixing is black.
Right. I'm thinking 2 swamps. Is that too much?
2 swamps will give you 5 black sources for 5 cards. That sounds all right to me.
And then that leaves us with 6 and 5. And I think the 6 goes in white's favor because we have 2
You have 3 green fixing things.
and 2 white fixing things. So
Yeah,
that would
sounds
make
okay
it
to me.
8 and 8.
I like that.
Okay, let's see what Suggestatron says. It wants an extra swamp. I disagree.
Ooh. You could maybe cut a plains for a swamp if it becomes difficult to cast Mardu Skull Hunter on time.
See,
Oliver
that
White.
doesn't bother me as much because Mardu Skull Hunter coming down late isn't a...
So it's as long
not-
as you can cast him late with the
with the raid.
with the Ravenous Rats type deal. Or
Because
not
like if
Ravenous,
you play them early, that means you're like you're like either curving or you just want like a piker. If you play them late, you're trying to snipe their buster.
Yeah. What we actually want to do is like play down Kintree Warden as a turn 1 hero, and then like play down the Mardu Skull Hunter
Well,
and make him actually work.
Like 1, 2, 3, and then where's 4? Raider spoils for 4,
Yeah.
and then like incremental growth 5.
I actually like Raider Spoil more, thinking as a way to draw cards.
That's actually the reason I want to include it. Like Orcish Oriflame is pretty cool.
Orcish Oriflame is playable, and then like drawing cards is even better.
So we have 6 non-creatures: Defiant Strike, Kill Shot, Smite the Monstrous, Raiders Spoils,
Incremental growth.
and Abzan Charm.
So most of them kill things, and the things that don't kill things makes our dudes unbeatable.
Mm-hmm. +1 power is a lot in this format.
Yeah, +1 power is good. The top card of the cards I'm shuffling right now is an Ember Shot.
Hmm. I'm
I
sorry, you
keep
said you were trying to sell those.
No, they're cards I was looking through to find cards to sell.
Okay. I was going to say, like, if you were
I would
attempting to sell an Ember Shot,
I would have a hard
I've
time
got
doing
bad
so.
news for
Now,
you.
I keep Ember Shot around as a totem to charge the hate within my body to make it stronger.
Consult the Necro Sages.
That card is a card I keep around because I love.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Ember Shot. You cost 4 mana in Hearthstone, and you are super good.
That card, like, realistically should cost, like, 5.
5 is what I was thinking rather than 7.
Yeah. I mean, you have heard the story behind it, right?
I I think I remember there being a story, but I don't remember the story.
The intent behind that card was to see how bad they could possibly make they could make a removal spell and still have it be played in limited. That was it. They specifically made a card to be bad as a joke.
No, I don't feel hate when I watch Kaz play Dark Souls. A lot of the times I feel sad, and then other times I'm very happy.
Soon we'll get to...
Yeah, soon things will be articulated.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're not playing first.
No, we lost the... What is this? Also, I'm keeping this hand.
Yeah, I like this hand a lot.
A really weird Ink Eyes art.
Well, there's ink coming out of her eyes.
Yeah, but like the green forest behind it is what's throwing me off.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to keep.
Hey, he mulligans to 6. Hooray. I have to check on something.
Go for it.
Okay, no Kaz in the zoo. You can sort of talk about Dark Souls.
I would be
Be careful though. He has been known to appear.
wary of.
Yeah, be wary. Wait, he didn't mold a 5. He mulliganed a...
He mulled the 5.
I saw a 6.
He
He
mulled a
must have
5.
mulliganed again. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, morph.
That dude.
Let's play a Scoured Barons and level up, maybe.
Yeah.
You're more full attack once, and then no longer. Oh, this is the secret plans deck. Yeah.
Ooh, that would be strong. Embodiment of Spring revealed from his hand. So he's got the defense, is what I'm hearing.
Okay, he's Cataxian probing us. He
Yep.
knows about incremental growth.
He also, more relevantly...
That's an 06.
Okay, it has another morph, and then he plays
This is-
his...
His embodiment of spring, yeah.
I'm just gonna keep doing this for a while, because I have literally nothing else to do.
Yeah, we have no creatures, even though there's... We never had a problem drawing creatures, and we had 13 of them, and we have 18 creatures in this deck.
Okay, Krumar Bondkind is here.
That will be able to attack once. Okay.
I accept. I accept your terms. I don't even want to play it.
Well, we kind of want to start shooting him, don't we?
Well, I want to level up the Einok Bondkin past...
Oh.
Like, I want to get this to 6. That's it. That's my plan. Get this idiot to 6 so I can start attacking with it.
Well, you know, he knows what's in our hand, right?
He knew this was here, so he's playing into it. Which means he
Okay.
has a Gadul, maybe? A Gudul would be a good way to take advantage of me there.
Gudul. I forget what that card does. The Lich?
No. The flip guy, the morph that becomes a 3/4 flyer.
Ah. Well, we can solve that by
Being
giving
dumb,
him
yes.
giving him the 1/1 counter from incremental growth. We also have walls.
I swear to God, this Einok Bondkin is gonna...
That dog is getting huge. I'm the hugest dog in the world. He does not look like a dog at all, does he?
I think Gudul might be a place.
Yeah, I figure it is. Sounds like a dumb place. Which means in the next sets when they start printing, like, lands that are the Ravnica named lands. Do you got another Krumir Bondkin for us?
Assassin.
The Shredder? Or does he just want raid?
He might just want raid too, or he might just be like attempting to bluff us there.
Mm.
All right, we can fight now.
Okay, we can fight now.
Yeah, 6 power. We can fight now.
So we'll have a First Strike and Death Toucher when we threw that incremental growth down.
Mm-hmm. Not throwing it down this turn, but yeah, I don't actually know if Gudul's a place. It sounds like a place. I don't know.
Yeah,
The abomination of Gudul, like, you know, the werewolf of London.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Our opponent is
Blocking with embodiment of spring and sacking once I turn this guy sideways. But
yeah, once he's thinking really hard and long, like wait, we're stuck on main.
We're stuck on main on opponents.
For a second, I thought my wizard eyes had stopped, but then I noticed
The blink.
things moving.
Alright.
A 6/5, you say?
So embodiment of spring does its
It's a
Sakura
doobie.
Tribe Elder impression.
If only he were Sakura Tribe Elder. But you could not have that ability on a blue card.
It would be too good.
Well, blue gets like the weirdest ass fixing in the world when it ever gets it. Things like sacrifice a land to turn lands into lands. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Rip in peace.
Mm-hmm. Deal damage.
First blood.
That's what it took to get first blood. Oh my god. Oh. Did you know my opponent is like just literally full of infinite kill spells?
That's like a valid play. That's why he was fine with us just taking forever to
Yeah, level up.
pump it. No, it's not like we were doing anything else.
Mm-hmm. I am getting just annoyed at how much time our opponent wants us to take on.
Basically everything. Have a 4/4.
Mm-hmm.
3 mana is fair for a 4/4 trample, right?
Deadweight is 2 mana here because it's more powerful due to morphs. That's about it.
1 mana kill target morph when 2/3 of all creatures are morphs is pretty hella strong. Our opponent has to be the Secret Plans deck because he's only played 1 non-morph creature so far.
Fair. And it was a fixer. Like, Deadweight, I agree that it's kind of weak, especially compared to Deadweight, but
You kind of have to design your removal around your format.
Like, there's no shock in this format.
Yeah, no shock. The closest you get is like a winter flame type. See another morph.
Okay.
He's trying to keep us off 3 creatures, I think. Let's attack.
Well, screw that plan. I'll get 3 creatures anyway. If he double blocks with 2 morphs, I'm completely fine with it. If he blocks with his wall, I'm completely fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
Every outcome is basically fine.
Who would have thought that this was what was going to happen?
No, don't worry about it. If you have questions like that sort of thing, like
The way you learn is through asking questions.
Mm-hmm. So I think you're right. This is another morph. This guy's like full of morphs.
And we have 2 3s.
Mm-hmm. It sucks here. The incremental growth just like isn't good.
Well, it makes your mandrills go over the top.
But only the mandrills.
Yeah, that wall is in the way, and we kind of don't have a lot of ways to deal with it.
Yeah.
That is a smite the monstrous, not a suspension field.
Yeah. No smoke. That too. If he has something in the zoo, by the time I see it, it's probably been answered by like 2 or 3 other people. So it feels like you're just getting bombarded, and yeah. That happens reverse too. Whenever get in. Get in. The wall does have defender. This one specifically does.
Mm-hmm.
So this 2/1 now trades off with a morph if blocked. So,
Which probably means he trades off with an unflipped morph, which he has mana with which to flip.
but
Yeah, I know. Mhm. There are many a Sagu Archer type creature. Hopefully he flips like a Loxodon.
the big thing is he knows about Smite the Monstrous.
Yeah, he does.
Also, that would be pretty good.
It's sort of killing a Loxodon. Let's draw 2 cards, why don't we?
I'm game. Okay. It was a guy that could hexproof and he's 1 mana short.
Wait.
Because he could flip Glacial Stalker, and then I would like Smite the Monstrous, and then he would flip Mistfire Weaver to
Yeah, but he couldn't because he didn't have quite enough of that much money. He needed 8 for that.
Yeah, he had 7.
And we were about to just start drawing him out of the game. So, yeah.
Feeling like it might be that Alpine Grizzly becomes Salt Road Patrol?
That's probably fair. Salt Road says no to morphs, whereas Alpine Grizzly says
Dies
oh
to
no
morphs.
to morphs.
Yeah, dies to
Does that
morphs.
mean we want to plains in over a forest, or are we just fine?
I think we're already, Plains already had the nod.
Yeah.
One card isn't enough to make me, especially with... I guess I should
Yeah,
do
with these...
this to... This is a morph.
That Absent Charming a morph, though.
Well, I'm putting color restrictions in their own pile. So, this is basically, our colors don't matter for those cards. I realize that they are both all and none.
Yeah.
But...
That is a way in which to make colors matter or not matter.
That is how I
not.
mentally already see it, where, I'm... Either I don't need any color or I need them all. Therefore, my mana doesn't matter for both of them. They don't change the consideration of the basics. That's the way to put it. It's still weird, but
Yeah. And nobody's on game 3 yet.
nope. There's still GGG3 on game 0, game 1, I guess.
So that'd be 9 Gs.
Is it like G3?
Well, oh, maybe good game, game three. I don't know.
Hmm.
All I'm thinking of is he X2, which is like he.
I was thinking GGDG.
That's a different
That's a
thing.
different thing though. That doesn't. There's no number.
There's no
Um,
there's no
Jonah
math.
Mize.
I don't like the term mise. It's stupid. Just like this hand. It's got plays if that's what you want out of your
This
hand.
hand is the most garbage thing, and I hate it.
Let's try again.
Yeah, this hand's still
It's
garbage, but
his hand's and of course he keeps 7 this time. Okay.
yeah.
We're on the draw. That hand did not have 3 plays.
The Kintry Wardens are not very good early.
It had Kintry Warden, then Kintry Warden, and then nothing.
All right, I at
Whereas
least
this-
can cast a spell here.
Yeah, his hand can cast a spell. What can win the game on its own, and now has all of our colors. Okay.
I would really love to play a creature that isn't High Sentinels.
Yeah, because he's going to.
Outlast that shit. Do it. Please outlast that.
Okay, he's making us wait some more. And just like thinking about it, really thinking about it. Okay. Yeah, that's that's how we do.
Mm-hmm. See, if he has
Well,
fourth land, maybe he makes it bigger and plays a morph.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Either that or just a morph happens. Okay, we've gotten a land out of our a mana out of our opponent.
Hello. High Sentinels of total bullshit.
High Sentinels of eating a removal spell.
Opponent's off black. That's all that matters to me. Opponent's off black. Yep, eating a removal spell. This is most definitely High Sentinels of Eaten Soul Tie Charm. Like, 100%.
I guess we just.
Means we do this.
We get in for 4.
Yeah, we get in for our damage. High
What
Sentinels
is
are
out?
freaking dead.
Yeah, Ogre, we got this guy again. He's about to die, like right now.
Murderous Cut. Okay, that's just as dead. Also, our opponent is infinite removal.
Yeah, there's that card we never see again. Hey, that's a nice person to have. A nice snake. That's a shaman I can respect.
Wish I had that last turn just as the play rather than the High Sentinels.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Another kill spell? No morph. Okay.
a morph. Yeah, like, I knew for... That is annoying.
Treasure Cruise is revealed. You get in the revealed card
Yeah.
zone. Okay.
Okay, so our opponent has a reload, too.
He's just going to draw lands. Yo!
Fuck that!
Well, he knows that thing can attack. So that costs 4?
Yeah, so I can't play it, or else I can't kill shot.
Yeah.
Signing Blood is significantly easier to play than Asban Charm in almost every other format. However, because this format, like, stretches you to your limits on what you're... Okay. On what you're doing with your mana, I really want to get that down, but I would have to take... Like, basically I have to take 6 to do that, so I have to pass.
Yeah. And he's just going to start hitting us with the blood flies.
Yeah. The other thing is that Sign in Blood as a sorcery and Absent Charm being an instant is a really legitimate difference.
Mm-hmm.
I like the instant a lot better. So Blood Flies is going to be hell to deal with.
Basically means we have to draw another kill spell.
Do I just want to blow it up?
I don't know, man. Or that 6/6 is going to start being a problem.
Yeah. You know what?
Thinking maybe we can race with the Mandrills, or we can't with that Dragon Eyes Savant in the way.
Yeah. Yeah, my thought process is simpler than that. Just get a board state.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for an incremental growth that looks good.
That's one way to beat a 6/6, is to have
Well, also,
a
like,
7/7.
I have Sultai Flare.
Yeah. And gain life.
Like, if I'm in a... Yeah. The reason there's... See, Sign in Blood is more efficient, like 2 mana for its effect. But Charm gives you versatility. So, like, if I'm not in a position where I need to kill a guy, I can use it to draw cards. Or if I need to win a combat, like right here, I could use Charm to try to beat up this Spirit Warrior in combat.
That was a strange non-attack from our opponent.
Funnily enough, he wants to flip his morph, I think. He would have treasure cruised if he didn't.
Hmm. I don't know how good that Defiant Strike is.
I know how good it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So he got Defiant Strike out of my hand without it cantripping.
I feel as though this is going south very quickly.
I basically think this game was, like, the murderous cut already was like, yep, that's pretty bad, because we were down on cards, so card quality was all we had. We lost that fight a while back.
As soon as that Spirit Warrior came in.
Yeah. Honestly, I figured we were screwed when it didn't attack the first time.
Yeah. I'd mean he had something. And he knew about the Defiant Strike. Oh,
Yeah.
here comes a Treasure Cruise.
I figured he was willing to make the trade because he has 6 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Also, not gonna lie, it's very difficult to keep up with a board state when I'm...
This is the format, though, right? Either 3 or 10 lands.
See, that has nothing to do with the format, though.
Does it, though?
No, it has absolutely nothing to do with the format, and that's the biggest bother.
I know. It doesn't actually mean anything.
Like, the fact that I control 9 land right now has nothing to do with the fact that, like, I've drawn more land than spells. Yes, okay, Abomination of Gudul, so he does have that card I thought he had. I am free as hell right now.
Yeah, we're kind of owned. Let's see what can save us.
Nothing. This game's been lost for about 3 turns at this point. It's all about getting information out of my opponent.
We can get some chumps, but...
Actually, this might be okay.
So we just gross now?
Yeah. Alright, so the design there is to get as many creatures up to 4. Okay, so Singing Bell Strike is hella powerful in that it removes my double block. And, oh, okay, he just...
We just die then.
Never mind.
Okay.
My opponent just has... No, he even
Hey,
correctly
the token...
chose not to... It went back to my hand, I know.
Yeah, it went back to our hand for a moment.
Yeah. He even correctly chose not to loot.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't see much else that's good. Our opponent just has, like, our opponent's really, really strong removal is kicking our ass.
Yeah.
It hasn't helped that we've been, like, in our high creature density deck, we've been basically, like, null on creatures.
Yeah, we've not been drawing them. Let's curve out. How about that? That's a plan.
Yeah, how about we just get, uh, I would like to just draw creatures rather than be forced to play my biggest creature, my best bomb, as my first play of the game. Alright.
Hmm. It's got a play in it. If he goes down to 6, do you want to try 5?
I'm mulliganing this regardless. I, I don't like this hand at all.
I don't either. It doesn't go anywhere, but
Mono-colored? Like, I just draw a bunch of green cards and lose, right?
yeah. I always just feel like going to 5 is just already losing most of the time.
It is, but so is keeping this hand.
He's thinking really hard.
Or he's not there.
Right, he does. He has been doing that.
He is 5 minutes down on the clock on me. So this is, like, basically just as awful, but I have 2 colors rather than 1.
Come on, curve out. Come on. Oh, okay.
It's like not curve out at all.
It begins.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, draw. Come on, opponent. Draw every land in your deck, and you'll still be up on us.
I was going to say, he has, like, Merfolk looting, a lot of it, so that doesn't even actually stop him. Also, he's got that. That's pretty strong. Okay, well, a creature that baits out the first removal spell, that's good. So this is like, he plays a morph, and then I outlast my Ionic Bondkin, and then eats a debilitating injury.
Mm-hmm.
It's about what I'm seeing here.
He missed a land. He missed a land drop.
He did.
Well, small mercies, I suppose.
Yeah. Take what you can get. He's off a color, too.
Mm-hmm. Off blue. I mean, but he still may be able to flip that
Blue
Sage
guy,
Ice,
yeah.
that Savant that's on the table right now, which
Yep.
he will readily do for no reason.
Mm-hmm. No, our opponent's smart enough to keep that as a 2/2 specifically to block me. Like, or, I'm sorry, to attack into me. Like, it's aggressive.
There's his 4th land. No blue yet.
Yeah, no blue's nice. That gives me, like, but we're on no black, but the no black I feel is less relevant. He's shown a lot of blue.
Yeah, he has.
I actually want to say, what is his, like, I guess he's actually pretty even.
Mm-hmm. He's looking at his morph, or are we looking at the morph? We're both looking at that morph.
This isn't Hearthstone. You don't get the.
I know. You can do that when they look at the graveyard. Yeah, do that 2 more times. Singing Bell Strike. Okay.
So it was that 06.
It's been that 06 every time.
It's basically every time it's his morph. But now he knows everything we have again.
Which means he should start being aggressive, knowing that we don't have any.
The combo is really annoying, by the way. Having nothing to do about it's even worse.
Yeah. This is the 3 lands part.
This is the mold of 5 part.
Well, even then, we've drawn no lands.
I'm aware.
Like, ideally, you're supposed to draw one of those every other or every 1 in 3 turns if your deck is randomized, but not actually randomized.
It sucks here because I really want to get Abzan Battle Priest down for lifelinking and being able to, be aggressive. But on the same notion, I have to play. Okay, this game actually ends right here.
He's gonna play his secret plans now that his morphs are all up.
I don't think he actually has secret plans in his deck.
I have to believe he does, or else I'm just going to be sad.
I see.
I have to believe, Jens. I have to.
My thought process is this: our opponent is too good to me mainlining that.
You take that back. Take it back. That is wrong. It's a good card. A good card for winners.
That's not what I mean when I say that sentence. Like, okay, this is my freaking...
Okay.
Alright. Plan of not dying right here.
Aha, I live.
What I mean is that my opponent is very focused on the very basics of
Winning.
of magic, good removal, good creatures, and like just the fact that their morphs doesn't seem to matter. It is value town.
Guess we're fighting Kavanaugh then.
Well, I mean, he is in the colors for it.
Huh. I'm sad that we're losing the first time we've played like a junk deck.
Yeah, though this is more like green white than anything.
True.
At least Kentry Warden stems some very heavy bleeding.
I'm a warrior.
Actually, by stems I mean he just like slams a +1/+1 counter on this warrior and
Goes to town. Or
tramples.
maybe he's got another singing bell strike. Man, that is even harsher on a regenerator, isn't it?
Yes.
He knows what our morph is and doesn't feel like. That probably means that morph is the hexproof person.
That is the morph I've been assuming it is, which means I need to, like, if I'm gonna smite the monstrous, I need it to be like well timed. Which our opponent knows we don't have we don't have time to do that effectively. Is what, like.
Yeah, we're taking 3 a turn now. One regeneration shield. Huh. He just wants to...
Clock
what the hell
us.
that morph is then.
Hmm.
Maybe we just live long enough our opponent will time out. Not likely.
Not likely at 7, but this guy is taking way long enough.
Somebody make the joke. I'm not going to. I'm not going to say it. That guy is a part of a tree.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, this like swirling effect, I don't think it would actually disguise this guy very well.
No, not when they're like on top of their house.
Yeah, like, oh, who could it be on top of that house? I'm also not happy with my opponent like wasting my time like this, but
What can you do?
as the losing party, I don't have much control of that.
You have 2 turns to live.
Yeah, the big thing is, like, yeah, he's taking, like, a minute per turn, but I'm dead in 2 of those, and there are 6 minutes on his clock, so...
That means we have to find a way to live 3 turns.
If I could get down... If I could have drawn a land there to smite the monstrous, like, I actually can sort of get back into a position. The big problem is my opponent's hand is probably 3 removal spells.
Yeah.
Like, my plays are actually not terribly relevant. What I'm going to... Oh, hey.
You gonna double block on the test card, Captain? Oh.
Wow.
Conservative.
He really doesn't need to be conservative here.
Want to see if he has it?
It's an instant.
I know. Hopefully he'll do something stupid first.
My best answer to Mistfire Weaver is drawing Long Shot Squad.
Is that in the deck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just thinking my opponent didn't have enough cards in hand.
I killed the Trampler.
Okay.
He drew 3 lands, because that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
We have a turn to draw. Suspicious.
I wish this would work. I really do.
You know, he knew that what that was, too.
Yeah,
which means
that's why
there's the murderous cut.
That is actually the reason I assume my opponent is holding a removal spell irregardless of what I'm doing, because he has been attacking directly into that with no fear.
Mm-hmm.
And that says more about his cards than anything. Amorph.
Oh, so Long Shot Squad wasn't good enough anyways. I'll do what you can.
Not even blocking. This is all I got.
Yep.
So this is his. Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay.
Hyper dead. Morphs are another Dragon Eye Savant?
And a Loxodon.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That was a depressing crushing. Like,
Our opponent was terrible.
our opponent had a way better deck. With, like,
He picked
removal.
Well, no, our removal was, like, good.
We drew it in every
just...
game.
Yeah.
Anyway. Cool.
Yeah. So, what do you want? They're calling for the salty run back.
Don't go down Salt Road, guys.
You don't want the salty run back?
Nah.
We have a Nugan Nexus. That's got to be
That's
worth
like
at least
real,
a nickel.
right? Right? Nickel?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. That's good on this for now.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Experience Cons of Tarkir, where you draw 3 lands or more than, or 10.
It's one
That
of
is
those
what we
two.
do. One of the two.
So, but yeah, no, he was not terrible. That's absolutely not true.
Where did you get a foil Ancient Ziggurat?
Where did I get a foil ancient cigarette?
It's got the Sliver promo on it.
Yeah, I opened the Sliver versus Slivers deck.
Oh, okay.
Did you see that?
Yeah, there's the Boneyard. It's back! This is the bug that
Oh,
happened
sweet!
like...
This bug, yes!
This bug happened ages ago, and it disappeared as soon as, as soon as we tried mentioning it on stream. In case you aren't quick on the uptake, when we zoom in, the art changes. But it's not happening to Ancient Grudge this time, which is where I first noticed it.
Lightning.
Yeah, happening to Blightning. I really hate the
Whoa!
art for Lightning. Yeah, the Brainstorm. That's the Brainstorm.
This reminds me of Mind Bomb.
Ah, Mind Bomb. People of the zoo, go out and look up for the card Mind Bomb, and you will be happy that you have seen it.
Yeah. Anyway, this is where I leave you. So, thanks for joining on that. There will be more, just not now.
Just not now, man. We'll go down Salt Road another time.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining us.
Skulls.
Also, Mighty Dictron, that is not a time walk. That is a